I first found out about the Wheel Specialist, I think I saw a advert in a newspaper, I think, going back 15 years or more. I thought I'd never really come across wheel refurbishment before, and I thought that seems like a pretty cool idea, and made some initial inquiries, and one thing led to another. In the initial stages, we just went to see the organisation at LapTab, and got shown around there, got an idea of what we're doing. One thing that does stick in my mind was that there was a Subaru in there that had come from Yorkshire. That kind of made me think, hey, there must be people prepared to travel from Yorkshire to Birmingham, so there must be something in this business. I was attracted to the thought of working for yourself, but also having the support of the franchise behind you. I fancied moving away from the work that I was doing, because I got fed up with the continuous travelling. Really stumbled across the franchise just purely as by chance, and then it started to make sense to me having that support, because although I'd been in management, there's a big difference between being in management and being in a company ownership, and it was a nice thought that you'd got somebody with a lot of experience of already owning a company as a backing. The future for me, I think, in the next few years is to look at taking a little bit of a back seat. Ultimately, I would like to have a manager in place and a bit, a nice secure team where I can take a little bit more leisure time. We do like to get away 2 or 3 times a year if we possibly can. So it does enable us to have that flexibility to go when we want to go and do what we want to do. And if we fancy having a weekend away, it's not an issue. It does give you a certain degree of flexibility. It's always a difficult decision to put somebody else in charge of your business, your baby, if you like. One thing is you always feel ultimately responsible for your business, whether you're here or whether you're not here. And at the moment, I actually enjoy doing what we do. The support is huge, not just from a technical and from a marketing point of view. There's just so much in the franchise now, in advice and support. There's really nothing that they don't seem to be able to answer. I do a lot of the hands-on sort of work, because that's my kind of enjoyment side of it. But then I do set aside time, particularly at the end of the week, where we have a bit of a get together and sort of work out a bit more of a strategic sort of plan. I'd just like to say that over the last 15 years, I think I spent too many of those early years not really believing the franchisor's advice, and that was a big mistake for me. And personally speaking, the last few years after COVID have been really good for us, but that comes from really taking on board what we should have done many years ago.